Nation, man. Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness. Y'all already know what today is. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Today, as you know, is our book review day. And the book we're going over today is by my guy, David Goggins, Cant Hurt Me. So personally, I read it on my Kindle. I know y'all sometimes see with books, some see with Kindle. I like having a Kindle because I kind of could just like order books real quick on the go. Sometimes I always don't like them coming in. I think it's super convenient. And then I got I think it's called a Paperwhite. So like even when I read it, it's no glare or nothing. It's just like I'm reading a book. Highly beneficial. I think it's a great investment if you are like an avid book reader like myself, because it's sometimes super convenient to just get it and go. All right, let's get right into it. So the book we're going over today is David Goggins, Cant Hurt Me. Listen, I have read a lot of books, I'm trying to tell you, and this one was major for the journey to greatness, man. Major, and you becoming your best self. Like, don't get me wrong. I believe if you on this journey right now, you don't make excuses. You don't, oh, that's too vulgar, oh, that's too intense, oh, that like we don't make excuses. We're not woe is me type of people. We're like, oh, it's me. Like, it's time to show up and it's time to get things done, because we know that we hold ourselves accountable for every single thing. And considering that you're that type of person, this is a mandatory must read, okay? So I'm gonna give y'all a couple points from the book that I took myself. Y'all know I don't like giving like all the information on the book review and everything, because it takes away from the story, but let's get right into it. So the two biggest things I say I took from him was, one, I implemented like the next day. And it was when you're uncomfortable with something, that just go out the way and just do it. Like, and if you give up on yourself while doing it, then turn around and push yourself even harder, and that was major for me, because in his story, he gives his story about through everything that he's been through in his life and all the training and everything else, and just how he built the credentials with himself to have that callous mind that he had. And I think the biggest thing about that being uncomfortable that hit me was because I thought of like me running outside. So I do it, but I always keep the numbers pretty low on like how often I run. Like sometimes a mile, sometimes 2 miles. And at this point I'm kind of coasting through them. And I get a good sweat in and everything, but I know I could push harder. And so I ended up, when I read that chapter just about being uncomfortable and pushing yourself through those moments, because that's where you really get your breakthrough at. On those days, the other day I decided, what, I'm just gonna run. Well, let's just see how far I could go. So I usually run 15, 20 minutes, maybe sometimes 25, like depending if I go like 2 to 2.5, 3 miles. But I was like, man, I'm just gonna run. I don't even know how long I'm running or anything. And I ended up running 6 miles. Took me like an hour and like a couple minutes past that. And I was just proud of myself. It wasn't the point I was trying to get some extraordinary time. It was just a point to just see how far could I push myself before like my body truly was just like, oh man, this is a lot, And then even when I hit that point a couple times, I still made sure I pushed past it. Like my knees started hurting, my brain started playing tricks on me, and I ended up like about to give up on myself. And I was like, no, just keep going. Go to the point where you honestly just can't really go any further. And that was my max. And so I felt super good about myself. And so like being able to overcome those uncomfortable stages is how you grow through life. Like, remember, my slogan is you grow by experience, not intellect. You can be as smart as you want, but until you go through it, you'll never actually know how it affects your life. And it's the same thing with making yourself uncomfortable. There's so many times where we want to stay in our comfort zone because that's all we know. We don't even know what's on the other side of not being comfortable. But once you reach there, you realize just how far you can actually go. Because I mean, even like today when I did my workout, I ran 2 miles, coasted it. I mean, I'm best time ever. And even when I was done, I wasn't tired. And I mean, I did some other things, but it's just the point of like seeing like, wow, I can go much further than what I've been pushing myself to do. And another big, man, so many, but I want to kind of stick to the bigger ones. About just use like a governor, like how your brain's like a governor for a car. And as you know, with a car, you got a governor that's in the car that keeps the car going at a certain limit, because if it was to go over, you'd be in the red zone. And he talks about like one of the chapters just about how that governor's on your mind, and just how a lot of us are only operating at like 40%. Like, there's so much further we could go if we relieve those governors out of our mind. And that was something that I noticed about myself too, that I could definitely go through a full day and it's a great day of work and a great day of pushing myself, but I actually got so much further I can try to achieve. And now, like, I just been accomplishing so much more. Understanding that I gotta relieve that governor a little bit on myself. You know, I'm nowhere near a point where I could release it completely. I mean, I don't even want to get to that point. I want to always keep growing. But yeah, that was huge, man. You know, just seeing we as humans, how much we like don't achieve what we could be achieving if we actually just pushed ourselves to the limit. You know, and I know sometimes you look at reviews, and like I went on Amazon, looked at a bunch of reviews before I got people like, oh, he's too vulgar, he's too this. Listen, it's what you need. It's the truth. Because in a lot of cases, like, we want a lot of ourselves, society lies to ourselves, because a lot of people have become just way too soft. Like, you know, they don't want to look in that accountability mirror, which he talks about too, and tell themselves the truth. Just, you know, on the reality of their life and what's really going on. It's like you want to hear the sugar-coated version to make yourself feel better, but then you don't recognize why you stay unhappy. And the reason you stay unhappy is because you keep lying to yourself. So it's like you're putting on that smile for everybody else, but lying to yourself, because the accountability mirror is the only person in that mirror is you. So, you know, the only thing that matters is what you think of yourself when you're by yourself. And so if you want to reach new heights in life, this is a book you definitely need to check out. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. You know, I'm hoping that as my journey continues to grow, man, and I continue to be able to help out more and more people, that I get to run into them personally and have a conversation one day. You know, I even enjoyed how sometimes he said he lets people come run with him just to see if they really willing to push themselves. That'd be me one day, you know. So that being said, man, that's the end of our book review. Make sure you go check it out. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. You know, I'll get to a point where I'll start putting, you know, I'll put it in the description. It doesn't benefit me, but you know, at the end of the day, I want everybody else to grow. And like I say, this is how we get there. So with that being said, man, 2Ham Nation, I'm out, and get ready for our book review next week. I got another great one for you.